Eddie, you've been at Centre Point heaps of times before, eh? How many times is it?
Oh well, I spent a year here in the early 90s, about 93, and I came back through with a tour of a play called The Drawby, which we toured the North Island with.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And what were your reasons for coming back? What?
I needed work, like everybody else, you know. And you phoned and asked me. I was delighted to come back. I mean, I've got very happy memories of this place, you know. It just had a really nice feel.
So what are some of the impressions that you get from, you know, when you come here as opposed to working in some of the other theatres?
Well, there's a warmer feel. I mean, it's maybe I've been lucky. I mean, the last time I was here for a long time, I had Alison Quegan was in charge, and you're in charge now, and you care more. I mean, there's more care coming from the top in this theatre than virtually any other theatre in the country, I think. You look after us better. You make us feel good. You know, I mean, like all good projects, the atmosphere starts at the top and works its way down. And it's great here. I've always had a good time here, so, yeah. I mean, when I was here in the early 90s, I sort of fell in love, got pregnant, and got married.
Not you personally?
Space time. No, well, yeah. Yes, so, you know,
so
happy memories of the place.
You were very well cared for.
Yeah, I was well looked after.
So what's been, this time around, what have you enjoyed the most about your stint this time?
Well, Palmerston's obviously flourished in terms of cafes and things. It's just a cool place, and the cast this time has been fantastic. I've been very lucky having a big cast to come and work with here. A lot of the early shows, the shows in the early 90s were quite large cast too, which is always great. I don't know, because everyone comes here from outside usually, you tend to bond more, you know, because you're all strangers in a strange land, as it were. Yeah, no, it's just been, the cast and the play has been wonderful, and the response from the audience has been fantastic. You know, it's just so much of a joy to play to a great comedy great comedy and drama to an audience, you know.
So what about Sid Holland, especially playing him? What's that been like?
Well, he brings out my dark side. I have to explore my dark side. It's just been great fun. I mean, it's really... I mean, I've played sort of aggressive characters before in the past, but this is no, it's just, it's a wonderful part. I love it. I get great joy doing it every night.
And how did you become an actor?
Well, I was not professional, but the first amateur play I was a commando in my past life, and I was stationed in Malta, and I was there for a couple of months, and every night just seemed to be about, you know, because we finished quite early, finished work, doing our exercises and whatever, finished work, and every night we just sort of sat in the naffy drinking, and I thought after a couple of months I've got to find something else to do, you know, so this is going to get boring for another couple of years. So I went up and signed on for fencing classes, and there was karate classes going on, fencing, what else did I do? Volleyball classes, not volleyball, badminton classes, and there was a dramatic society starting up, which was mostly officers and their wives, you know, but I went along anyway just to do something, and I got hooked on it, you know, I just loved it, you know, and the first time I walked on stage, you know, I'd been rehearsing this play for a couple of months or whatever, and the first time I went on stage, said my first line, and it was a very nothing sort of line, Dorothy, something like that, you know, and I got this huge laugh, and all of a sudden, oh fuck, this is so cool, and it just developed from there, you know, it was just a wonderful experience, and it stuck with me all my life.
So,
until I finally came to New Zealand and auditioned at the Court Theatre.
Is that where you first started?
Yeah.
Doing professional theatre?
Yeah.
And you've kind of answered most of my questions.
What made you come to New Zealand?
I deserted from the Royal Marines, and I had a...
They're still looking for you?
Yeah, I got involved with New Zealand. No, they found me. They found me, caught me, released me, don't want me anymore. I've done... This is all... wrong question. The statute of limitations on my crime, which was just packing up a job, really, is all over, so it's finished. They discharged me dishonourably, and it's really hurt my acting career, you know. Yeah. He's had a dishonourable discharge from the Royal Marines, don't hire him.
I think they're the ones we'd like to hire the most, I think.
Yeah.
It's in character. Hey, so when you run into young actors, you know, what's the sort of advice you give to them?
Oh, stick at it, you know. I mean, if you really love it, stick at it. I mean, you've got to. I mean, we all go through long periods of time where, you know, we're working constantly on all these television series and this and that, blah, blah, blah. And then still nothing for a year, you know, and you've got to still realise that you are an actor and it will come around again, you know. I mean, it happens to everybody, I don't care who they are, apart from yourself. But everyone's going to face down periods, and to keep your sanity in that time, that's the hard part.
Yeah.
Because, well, I get very unconfident and things when I'm not working. And as soon as I get back into a play or whatever, it's wonderful because you're working with such funny, creative people, you know, and it's constantly changing. I mean, you're working with different people, and you're not stuck in the same job. And the people you work with, they're just far more fun than out there in the real world, you know.
So have you ever...
So stick at it, basically. If you know you're good, believe that you're good, and stick at it.
Great. Thank you.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Okay.